Okay, this is the piece in the Hall of the Mountain King. There is a teacher duet that goes with this, and we're going to take a look at this. It's by Edward Grieg, but it's arranged by Jennifer Eklund, so she made it a little easier than the original. And some of you may have heard this tune before. And if you are learning this, if I've told you to learn this piece, then I'm also going to be sending a link for you to watch like a video cartoon about the story of the song. So to kind of make it come to life a little more. Now this song, we're going to look at a few things. The first thing we're going to look at is the tempo. So let's see if you remember where the tempo is located. If you're looking at the song, the tempo is located on the upper left-hand corner above the treble clef. So your tempo is allegro. Do you know what that means? If you take the theory test, you should know it means quickly and happily, okay? And also, we're looking at our key signature. What is a key signature? That's your sharps or flats. So always look for clues before you start playing your song, because that will prevent you from making any mistakes that if you're just haphazardly going through it and not thinking of everything. So we have to get all of our facts ready before we even start. Well, I see a flat, and it's on the B line. So every B will become B flat. And what's really cool in here is you have a lot of these dots under the notes. And you guys know what the dots are called, right? Staccato. Now, when I was in 7th grade, playing staccatos was my favorite thing. I just thought it was really cool. So all those dots will be played short like this. Instead of, okay, so you've got a lot of staccatos. If we look at the song, we've got a lot of eighth notes, so looks like it's gonna be fast, and it says quickly and happily. It starts off soft because it says MP under your first note, which means mezzo piano, which means medium soft. And let's look ahead at the end of line 1, your half note has a crazy thing above it. Do you know what that is? That is called an accent mark. So it means it's going to be louder than the rest of the measure. So it's like a surprise. Dun, 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 accent. All right? So we're going to clap the rhythm of the first 2 measures. So we're counting to what in every box? Every measure we'll be counting to 4 because the time signature says 4/4. See those numbers next to your flat? 4/4. So the top number is what we count to. And hopefully you know how to count eighth notes. If you don't, there are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? In school, sometimes they say T, 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 but we're gonna count them the correct way, 1 and 2 and, okay? And sometimes, for some of you that are younger, we say running for the eighth notes and walk for the quarter notes, but I'm going to count them the real way, okay? So we're counting to 4. So I'm gonna clap the first 2 measures, and I want you to look at your music and clap along with me. And I'm also going to say the counts. So you can clap this time and I'll say the counts. The next time we'll clap together and we'll both say the counts, okay? 1, 2, ready, clap. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Now, let's do it again. Did you get that? Because we're looking at the rhythm. You've not seen it before, so you may have made a mistake. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now I want you to say the counts with me and clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so now we should be ready to start. And just like the other song I just finished recording, this is also in the D position. I just finished recording Whirlwind, for those of you that have played that, and this is in the same hand position. Okay, so our right hand thumb, let's sight read the right hand first, treble clef, Our thumb is on D. I look at my clues. I see, oh wow, the first note is D right next to middle C, and it says put your thumb on it. So you can turn the video off for a few minutes if you need to practice and work on your notes, and you can turn it back on and try to play it with me. And you can see it's mostly stepping or skipping. There's not a lot of big jumps. All right? So if you've turned the video back on and you're ready to play with me, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Now, the best way to learn a piece is to subdivide it and divide it up into little pieces. Just like I've told a lot of you, what is your favorite dessert? If you say, ice cream is my favorite dessert. Well, what kind of ice cream? Oh, cookies and cream. Okay, well, if you ate a whole gallon of cookies and cream, you're going to get a brain freeze and a stomach ache. If you try to play this whole piece all at once, you're going to get a brain freeze and a stomach ache. So what you want to do is take a little bite. Just like if you were doing your ice cream and you took one little bite of that cookies and cream. Oh man, that is so good. You're ready to take another bite. So we're going to take a small bite of this song. And when we work on them by little pieces, we're going to do 2 measures at a time. And you know, a measure is a box, okay? So we're doing measures 1 and 2. I just played the right hand of measures 1 and 2. Now we're going to play the left hand of measures 1 and 2. If we look at it, the bottom note is on a line of the bass clef, and the saying for bass clef is, great big dogs fight animals. So what is the bottom note that you're going to put your pinky on? D is the correct answer. Great big dogs. So I have my pinky on D, and the top note is A. Okay, great big dogs fight animals. If you look at both boxes and you look for clues before we start, look at your music and notice that the pinky, the bottom note, never changes. All 4 times it stays with a D on the bottom. Okay, let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Move your thumb up. Move your thumb down. Okay? So we're going to do it again. So it has an A on the top. Then your thumb moves up to B. And if you don't know what that symbol is above, next to the B, that is a natural. Most of you should know that. Natural means just play regular B. Okay? Then it has B flat. Okay? So let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was easy, right? Okay, if you need practice, you can always stop the video and practice it. Now we're going to do 2 hands together, measures 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now if you may not have gotten that on the first try, probably the biggest challenge will be not to have a stop between measures 1 and 2. Okay, you don't want to go like this. Oh, where am I going? Oh yeah, right here. Okay, hear that stop? So you want to always play slow enough that you can think ahead where you're going. If you still have that gap, you need to just practice the couple notes before and like the ending notes on measure 1 to the beginning notes of measure 2, or just go slower. So if you need to turn the video off, go ahead and practice it a few times and turn the video back on when you're ready. We're going to play it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you've turned the video back on, or if you've played perfectly with me, or you don't need to rewind the video, and you can turn it off, and remember, practice how old you are. So if you needed work on those first 2 measures and you're 12 years old, play it 12 times. If you're 8 years old, play it 8 times, okay? It'll go by really quick. unless you're almost 100. Then it's going to take a while. Okay, so we're going to move on to measures 3 and 4. And remember, same thing. You can play it with me, you can stop the video and practice, or you can keep rewinding the video to play it over and over and over with me. Okay, we're on measures 3 and 4. It starts off like measure 1, where it just walks up the D. Ready, we're going to go slow. D, E, that's a natural sign, F, G, A, and then it says thumb. Don't just plop your thumb down where it was. You're going to have to think and go, well, it says thumb, but it's on a space, and that's an F, F-A-C-E. So I'm going to kind of have to squish my thumb, okay? I'm going to have to take my hand like this. Let's see if we can see my hand. There we go. It's kind of hard to see. Well, that's probably not working so great. There it is. So there's my pinky, and then I gotta squish my thumb. See, like that. So I'm going A and F. And you're probably gonna practice that a few times. That's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but you will get used to it, okay? So remember, when you squish your thumb there, then the next thing it does, it skips, but it's a 2. So you're gonna have to spread your finger a little bit, okay? So don't just plop down the 2 where it is. This is not a beginner piece. You'll have to spread your second finger up. And then it's your pinky on D, okay? So we're gonna try measures 3 and 4, but when you turn this video off and practice on your own, those are things to think about, all right? Measures 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go really slow this time. So when I say slow, sometimes people don't know. They think they're going slow, but really you're not going that slow. So I would tell the little kids, turtle speed. So we're going to go really slow on measures 3 and 4 and see if you can keep up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, still kind of fast. Maybe we should go slower. Ready, go slow. Bum, 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 bum. Put your thumb. Squit 2. Now make the C real loud. Loud, because that's your accent. Okay, now, when you get that, and you can turn the video off and practice it, or play it along with me a bunch of times, rewind the video, then you'll add your left hand, which is the same like the beginning in measure 1. And then it's easy because it's just a skip. D, it's going to be F and A. So it's D and A, F and A. Okay, that's easy. Okay, and you can play your left hand by itself before you try hands together. All right, you can turn this off, practice it, and when you turn it back on, we'll play it together. Okay, do you think you're ready to play it together now? Here we go. Measures 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, if you can do that, we're ready to do the whole line. Now remember, you should practice the whole first line however old you are. If you're 12 years old, play it 12 times in a row, okay? I'm gonna go ahead, before I play the whole song for you, we're gonna skip down to line 3. When you get to line 3, your right hand thumb is not on D anymore. You're not in the D position. Now your hands are in a different position. Take a look at your music and see if you could tell me what position we're in. Well, the right hand starts with A, treble clef space, rhymes with face. The left hand pinky's on an A for all cows eat grass. You're in the A position, but your hands are pretty far apart, okay? You've got a low A down here. Let's hear it. See if it sounds like mine. And then you have the A right here above middle C. Okay, so that's what's going to happen when you get to line 3. Your hand's going to shift positions. And then when you go back to line 4, you go back to the D position, okay? And don't forget, you also have a repeat at the end of line 3. All right, so what we're going to do, well, I cannot see the whole thing. I'm going to try to play the whole thing for you so you can play along. Once you've practiced everything, you can turn the video back on and try to play with me, and we'll play it together. The only problem is I may have to scroll down, so I might have a stop in mind. We'll see. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat this line. Back to D position. You would think that the ending would be loud, but it's kind of a surprise ending to be soft. I made a little mistake in there because I didn't do real good scrolling down on my computer to see, so I think I missed a C sharp in there when I was scrolling on my computer. Then once you know that, there's a background that you can play with. So we'll get to that when you know the whole piece. And then when you know the piece fast, it'll sound like this. And that's pretty fun. So I will send you the video, also the video link, so that after you learn to play this song, I also want you to watch In the Hall of the Mountain King, the little cartoon story about it, okay? When you're ready, this will be the duet, okay? I will probably post that as a different video so I can print the music out, because right now I'm having to scroll on my computer and I can't see the whole thing, so I don't want to have a stop. Well, I could probably try it, maybe go to one hand on that. So if you know the piece super good, you can try to play it along with me. It depends how well you can hear the duet, so that your part doesn't cover it up. I think what I'll do is I might record it on the Clavinova for both parts. That might be better, but we'll give it a shot on the piano right here with just one of the parts, okay? Let's see, the teacher, let's see, one, I think we do come in at the same time. Okay, actually, I have 2 measures by myself, okay? And then you come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, now that's before the hand change. I think I'll record both parts on the Clavinova so you'll be able to hear your part when you're playing to make sure you're not lost. All right, and have fun with that song and have fun with the story.